Is it the Rise of the Beast? I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, that's my very bad Transformer imitation sound. Welcome to this week's Take 2 review. This week's Take 2 review is Transformers Rise of the Beast. And this is on, well, I say it's free. I pay for the service, so it's not technically free. But it's on Paramount Plus. You know, so if you pay for Paramount Plus, you can watch it without any extra charges. And I decided to give it a chance because I like Bumblebee. I thought Bumblebee went back to the idea of more like how the cartoon was when I was a kid. You know, when it first came about. It could be serious, but it wasn't. You know, just even that was made in a way that, even though lots of those shows were like one long commercial for the toys that they wanted us to buy as kids, it was still something that, you know, an adult could sit there and at least tolerate, if not enjoy. But oh, sold something. Beg my pardon on that. Anyways, you know, it was something that could be enjoyed. But when they started making the movies, I really enjoyed the first one just because, you know, seeing the Transformers in live action, you know, that was cool. But the way they went about the stories just was not. It just kind of... Sorry for that. Someone's crashing aluminum cans. But, you know... Anyways, you know, the stories just kind of went bleh. They weren't fun. They weren't, you know, it's just more action. Like, you know, a lot of action movies. And Michael Bay, you know, ran most of them. And I can understand that because that's his type of thing. More power to him. Makes him money. But that was not always the cartoon, you know. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. And that's what I liked about the Bumblebee movie. It, you know, it was, you know, mainly just Bumblebee, but it had that feeling. And it was set in the 80s, so that helped. And this is set in the 90s, and Optimus and the group are still scarred from, you know, stuff that had happened previously. It also has these other Transformer-like beings, but they're more like primitive, like a gorilla and a bird and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into them because I didn't grow up with them, but the characters are fine. And it's got Gravitron. I think that's what it is. I'm not even going to try to remember the characters. It didn't even really have to go into the story. It's got enough of a mix of... It's got the... You know, the animation for the Autobots and shit, the way that the newer movies have done. Yes. And although I would have enjoyed over the years just more cartoon version of movies myself, but if they're going to do it, I prefer this. It's just, it feels more like the 80s. It feels more like a continuity between that and now, versus just that mess that we've had for several years. But if you are interested, I'm not really giving that much away, so you can go check it out for yourself. And if you don't have Paramount Plus, it's worth the rent. I mean, I still don't know if I'll buy it, but it's worth the rent. It's worth the view. So yeah, we'll see y'all next week.